All right, let's get this show on the road, or, well, off the road. We're going up. Imagine a little drone, a tiny flying mate, just quietly lifting off the ground. There's no sudden lurch, no big dramatic whoosh like in the movies. It's more like a bubble rising gently from the bottom of a glass. The sounds of the street below, the chatter and the clatter, start to fade just a little bit. It's like someone is slowly, kindly turning down the volume knob on the world. We're rising above a terracotta-colored rooftop now. It's not perfect, this roof. It has its own character. A few cracked tiles here, a bit of moss there. It tells a story. Below, the city of FEs is starting to reveal itself, not all at once, but in little glimpses. It's like unwrapping a present. But you're doing it incredibly slowly, savoring every little tear of the paper. The sun is soft, casting long, gentle shadows that stretch out like sleepy cats. It's that perfect time of day, when everything is bathed in a warm, honey-like glow. You can see the edges of the old city wall now, this ancient stone boundary that has hugged FEs for centuries. It looks less like a fortress from up here and more like a protective arm wrapped around something precious. From this height, FEs looks like a massive, hand-woven tapestry. It's not a grid system like you see in a lot of modern cities. No, this is something far more organic, something that grew over time. The streets are like threads, weaving in and out, creating these incredible, complex patterns. You can see the main arteries, slightly wider paths that pulse with a bit more activity. The rooftops themselves create their own pattern. It's a mosaic of squares and rectangles, all at slightly different heights and angles. Some are flat, some are slanted, some have little laundry lines strung across them with colorful clothes flapping like tiny flags. It's a beautiful, chaotic geometry. You can see the rhythm of the city in these rooftops. Look closer at the tapestry, and you'll spot these little green jewels dotted throughout. These are the courtyards, the hidden hearts of the traditional Moroccan homes, or riads. From the street, you'd never know they were there. But from up here, they are little oases of green in a sea of beige and brown. You can see the tops of orange trees, the lush leaves of palms, and sometimes even the glint of a fountain in the center. Okay, let's bring our little flying friend down a bit. We're going to dip lower, not into the streets themselves, but just above the rooftops of the FE's El Bali, the old Medina. This is the heart and soul of the city, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and from up here it's a proper labyrinth. The alleyways are so narrow that in some places, the buildings almost touch at the top. Our drone glides smoothly over these gaps, following the winding paths as if it's a ghost floating through the maze. The sunlight struggles to reach the bottom, creating these dramatic stripes of light and shadow. As we drift along, you can almost feel the history seeping out of the walls. These are the same pathways that people have walked for over 1,000 years. Scholars, traders, artisans, and families. Their stories are etched into the very stones. We're floating over what must be a main thoroughfare of the Medina now, because we can see a bit more movement. The alley below is a river of people, but from here, it's just a gentle, flowing current. We can see donkeys, the original delivery vans of the Medina, patiently carrying goods through the narrow passages. They are perfectly suited for this environment, and watching them navigate the crowds is a little ballet in itself. Let's hover for a moment over a small, quiet square. It's a little clearing in the dense forest of buildings. Down below there's a fountain, and a few people are sitting around it, probably taking a break from the hustle. From our peaceful spot, it looks like a scene from a painting. The world seems to slow down in these little pockets of calm. The drone just hangs in the air, its propellers a faint whisper, allowing us to soak in this moment of tranquility. Let's focus on the rooftops for a bit. They are their own world up here. This isn't just a place to keep the rain out. It's an extension of the home, a whole other level of city life. Our drone drifts over one rooftop, where a family has set up a small seating area. There are a few cushions, a small table, and some potted plants. It's their private escape, a place to catch the evening breeze and look out over the city they call home. We move on, gliding silently over the next set of buildings. Here, the rooftops are all about practicality. We see lines of laundry dancing in the wind, a vibrant mix of colors against the earthy tones of the city. On another roof, a man is tending to his pigeons. He has a small coop, and the birds are circling in the air around him, before landing gently on the roof. It's a timeless hobby, a quiet passion played out on the city's highest stage. Now we dip a little lower to get a better look into one of those gorgeous courtyards we spotted earlier. This one belongs to a riad, a traditional guest house. The drone hovers just over the edge, giving us a perfect view. The courtyard is stunning. It's tiled with intricate blue and white patterns, a style called zellige. In the center, a small fountain bubbles away, its gentle sound probably filling the entire house. There are lush green plants in terracotta pots, and maybe even a lemon tree in the corner. It's a hidden paradise, a complete contrast to the bustling narrow streets just a few meters away. This is the secret of FE's architecture. The houses look inwards. From the outside, the walls are plain, almost fortress-like, giving nothing away. But inside, they open up into these beautiful, ornate spaces designed for comfort and beauty. It's a culture of privacy and hidden elegance. As our drone pulls back up, we get a sense of this dual personality of the city. Okay, time to check out something FE's is famous for. You might even smell it before you see it, but from up here, we're safe. We're heading towards the Chawara Tannery. As we approach, the landscape of rooftops changes. It opens up into a large, honeycombed structure. It looks like a giant artist's palette from the sky. This is where leather has been made using the same methods for centuries. Our drone circles slowly above, giving us a grandstand view of this incredible ancient industry. It's a feast for the eyes, a chaotic but beautiful explosion of color. The tannery is made up of dozens of stone vats, all clustered together. Each vat is filled with a different colored liquid. There are deep reds, bright yellows, earthy browns, and brilliant blues. It's like a massive box of watercolors. We can see the workers down below, standing waist-deep in the dyes, treating the animal hides. From our high-up detached perspective, they look like tiny figures moving methodically through this colorful maze. It's hard physical work, a craft passed down through generations. We're watching a living piece of history in action. You can see the whole process laid out before you. The white vats for cleaning the hides, the brown vats for softening them, and then the rainbow of vats for dyeing them. The patterns here are just incredible. The circular shapes of the vats, the lines of the drying hides stretched out on the surrounding rooftops, the organized chaos of it all. It's a scene of intense labor, but from our peaceful vantage point, it becomes a work of abstract art. As we slowly pull away, the tannery shrinks back into the cityscape, becoming just one part of the larger FE's tapestry. But it's a part that leaves a lasting impression. It's a reminder of the craftsmanship and tradition that are the lifeblood of this city. Now let's turn our attention to the spiritual and intellectual heart of FE's. Our little drone friend glides towards a magnificent structure, the Cairoween Mosque and University. This isn't just any mosque. It's one of the oldest universities in the world, founded way back in 859 AD. From the sky, its most striking feature is the vast green-tiled roof. It's a sea of emerald green, shimmering in the sunlight. It stands out beautifully against the earthy tones of the surrounding buildings. The roof covers a huge area, hinting at the massive complex that lies beneath it. We can't go inside, of course, but from up here we can appreciate its grandeur and its central place in the city. The mosque is not an isolated monument. It's completely woven into the fabric of the Medina. We can see the elegant minaret, the tower from which the call to prayer rings out across the city 5 times a day. It's a simple square tower, decorated with subtle patterns. It's a beacon of faith and history, and we're getting an exclusive bird's-eye view. Let's drift over to another historical gem, the Bu Inania Madrasa. A madrasa is a place of learning, and this one is famous for its incredible architecture. Again, we hover respectfully above. We can see its own beautiful green-tiled roof and another stunning minaret. But what's special here is that we can just peek into its central courtyard. It's a masterpiece of Islamic art. We can just make out the intricate plasterwork, the carved cedar wood, and the dazzling zellige tiles. Even from this distance, the level of craftsmanship is breathtaking. It's a testament to the artisans who built this place hundreds of years ago. Floating above these ancient centers of knowledge and faith, you get a real sense of the legacy of FE's. This was once a major hub of science, religion, and philosophy in the Islamic world. Scholars and students came from all over to study here, and as we look down on these timeless buildings, you can almost feel the echoes of those centuries of history. The city's layout, its sounds, its very soul have been shaped by these institutions. Let's change the pace a little and float over to the Souks, the famous markets of FEs. From the ground, the Souks are an intense sensory experience. The smells of spices, the sound of bartering, the crush of the crowd. But from up here, it's a whole different story. We're drifting above the covered alleyways of the market. We can see the roofs of the souks, often just corrugated metal or reed mats, creating a patchwork canopy over the streets below. These canopies create a cool, shaded environment for the shoppers and vendors. We find a gap in the canopy and hover over an open-air section of the market. It's a beautiful, organized chaos. We can see stalls piled high with goods, creating vibrant patches of color. There's the rich red and orange of a spice stall, looking like a pile of jewels. Next to it, a stall selling leather bags and slippers, the famous babooshes, in every color you can imagine. Then there's a stall with gleaming metalwork, lanterns, trays, and teapots that catch the sun and send little glints of light up towards our camera. It's a kaleidoscope of commerce. The people below are a flowing river of activity. We can see the rhythm of the market, shoppers moving from stall to stall, vendors talking with customers, children weaving through the crowds. But from our peaceful perch, the noise is gone. We just see the movement, the dance of daily life. It's fascinating to watch the patterns of human interaction from a distance. You can see how the layout of the souk, with its narrow lanes and small squares, encourages people to slow down, to talk, to connect. It's the city's living room and its shopping mall all rolled into one. As we continue our slow drift, we pass over different sections of the souk. Here's the Carpenter's Square, where you can see stacks of wood and half-finished furniture. Over there is the metalworkers area, where the constant hammering on the ground would be deafening. But up here it's just a silent, rhythmic dance. Seeing the souk from above allows you to appreciate it as a complete system, a complex network of producers, sellers, and buyers. As we continue our gentle flight across the city, something interesting starts to stand out. Amidst the ancient weathered terracotta tiles and the 1,000-year-old building layouts, there's a modern invasion. A sea of satellite dishes. Almost every rooftop has one or two, or even three. They are like modern metallic mushrooms that have sprouted up all over the ancient landscape. It's a fascinating contrast, these gleaming white and grey dishes pointed towards the sky, sitting on top of homes that have stood for centuries. It's a perfect visual symbol of old FEs meeting the 21st century. This isn't a jarring sight, though. From our calm, aerial perspective, it just becomes another layer of the city's texture. It adds a new pattern to the rooftop mosaic. It tells a story of a city that is deeply rooted in its history, but also fully connected to the modern world. We can see other little signs of modern life sprinkled throughout the ancient city. There are plastic water tanks on some roofs, providing a reliable water supply. Our time in the sky is coming to an end. It's time to bring our little flying companion back down to earth. The drone begins its slow, gentle descent. The city starts to grow larger again, the details becoming sharper. The vast tapestry of rooftops slowly resolves back into individual buildings, each with its own story. The sun is a little lower in the sky now, and the light has turned a deeper, richer gold. It's a magical farewell glow that makes the entire city look even more beautiful. The air feels calm and still. It's a perfect ending to our peaceful journey. As we get lower, the general hum of the city starts to separate into individual sounds again. We can begin to hear the faint call of a vendor, the laughter of children playing in a hidden courtyard, the distant echo of a hammer on metal. It's like the world is slowly turning its volume knob back up. We're re-entering the atmosphere of the Medina, leaving our silent bird's-eye world behind. But we're bringing the memory of that peace and that perspective back down with us. We're drifting back towards the rooftop we started from. The cracked tiles and the little patches of moss come into focus, looking like old friends welcoming us home. The drone moves with a final, smooth motion, hovering just a few feet above the ground before its little legs touch down with the softest of clicks. The whir of the propellers winds down and then stops. Silence. The only sound is the gentle breathing of the city around us. We're back on solid ground, but a part of us is still floating up there, looking down on that incredible view. The experience lingers with you, the image of the sprawling, honey-colored city, the maze of alleyways, the secret green courtyards, and the vibrant splash of the tanneries. It's a city that reveals its true beauty when you take the time to look at it from a different angle. To float above it all is to understand its rhythm, its history, and its soul, in a way that's just not possible from the ground. It's a soothing, unforgettable escape, a 10-minute holiday for the mind, leaving you with a sense of calm, a touch of wonder, and a deep appreciation for the timeless magic of FEs.